welcome back. Okay, so in the last update, Leifthrasir died.
I must report immediately.
So we're kind of dealing with the fallout from that.
Have been attacked. There is an armed revolt.
You don't need to report that. Melvin is already handling matters.
What is wrong, Belder River Handler? Your face is blue.
I can't see you past the flowers.
What's wrong? I feel dizzy.
So you must be Melvin's Shadow Knight.
Mercedes. If I kill this girl, Melvin's plan will be complete.
So that's what Oswald was thinking during Mercedes' chapter.
Pardon me. I'm not feeling well.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
Knowing that the Demon Lord is on his way here makes me nervous. Do you think that girl can fulfill her duties as queen in these times of strife? Her cousin Melvin is quite dependable. He ought to take her place.
So we kind of already know this conversation. Also, Mercedes is right there. You want to take that conversation a little further away? No? All right. You know, Oswald keeps talking to this one paladin.
Of course. That is a knight's sworn duty.
Then beware the darkness.
That is a very strong edgelord threat. Beware the darkness. Strong edge. Strong.
Send that letter to the lords. A just cause will be needed to fight the rebels. Oswald, explain the situation.
As you command. Paladins who were in opposition have hidden themselves in secrecy. There is now nobody left who publicly opposes you.
Yeah, we're... Time for a coup. We're starting the coup, but on the evil side now.
Ideas of Leifthrasir's daughter ruling. But some have expressed approval in the thought of me in charge of affairs. I am in command of a good third of our troops, but I am running out of time.
Lord Melvin, you have acted recklessly.
Tell them we will face their so-called revolution. We will break their resolve. If we can stifle the girl and her forces in the castle, the masses will follow us.
Just have the Shadow Knight go kill her. Oh wait, that doesn't really work out too well.
And a dragon have been sworn to protect the queen.
Beldor, huh? I wonder what his motive is. He's a tricky one.
He is a dick, yes, that is true.
Not. I shall present a champion that can defeat any dragon.
Lord Melvin, does such a warrior even exist in this world of ours?
We had the dragon slaying sword.
Mock me not.
It's right there.
My man is right here.
This young Bishonen boy.
Oswald.
Time to go fight another dragon. I can do this, yay!
It's getting worse. Ever since I saw the Halia, my body is stiff. But I must do what Melvin asks of me. I can still do this.
So we're going to deal with Beldor and Belial, because that's the dragon that's underneath the fairy's command. But quick little heads up, I have actually recorded the rest of the Odin Sphere footage. As in, I've already gotten to the finale. So, if I post a couple more Odin Sphere videos than usual, it's because, yeah, I'm done. So, I want to get all the footage and I want to finish up this LP. So, we're good on the Odin Sphere footage. Now I can start recording other games, probably get back on Valkyrie Drive soon enough, and work on some Darksiders and, of course, Persona 5. And yes, I'm going to get to Persona 5 Royal in time. Don't worry, it's going to happen. But yeah, for the time being, let's go ahead and finish up Odin Sphere, shall we? Oswald's fighting style it's pretty good. I like it a lot. It's very vicious. And this is still a relatively, like, you know, fresh version of Oswald. Like, pretty brand new. Toward the end of the LP, I'm going to show just how busted Oswald can get. Because for the finale, I actually transferred my save data from my Vita, which is how I platinumed this game, and I transferred it over to my PS4. What that means is, there's going to be a severe level disparity between some of the characters. And mainly Oswald is going to be max level, so that's just a quick little heads up on that. Ooh, nut cookie. That just looks like a thing of peanut butter. I mean, peanut butter cookies are delicious. Don't get me wrong. They are tasty. So at this point, Oswald's going to have a small chat with Beldor and his dragon Belial to get their allegiance to Melvin. But considering we've already seen Mercedes' chapter, yeah, this doesn't really matter. This doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. But still, hey, we get to fight another dragon. That's kind of what the Beldor Reaver's made for. It's a super, super good sword. I don't know if they brought it up just yet, but there is a reason as to why the Cypher weapons are different colored, like, crystals. Like, Mercedes and Oswald both have red crystal weapons, whereas Gwendolyn and Cornelius have blue crystal weapons. The reason for that is, red crystal weapons were made from the cauldron, so they came right from the source. They're a lot stronger. Whereas the blue ones were made, you know, outside of the cauldron. So they're not quite as strong, although Odin's Balor was just made specifically for the purpose of being the biggest and strongest one possible. So it is the biggest and strongest Cypher that's not Cauldron made. And possibly the strongest Cypher in, you know, the whole game. Doesn't really matter though, it still got busted up by Mercedes' Reblom. And we are just, like, beating the hell out of these tiny bears. With their little satchels. They got little satchels, come on. Anyway, got new foes on Prism. What do we get? We got Gushing Bane. Walls of black flame billow for a time. Yeah, but enough about that. Let's make Vile Rush even better. Even better. I never played the original version of Odin Sphere. So a lot of these moves that Oswald and by extension all the other characters are getting in Leifthrasir, these are completely new techniques that they wouldn't normally have access to in the vanilla version of the game. Because I'm pretty sure, I feel like from what I've heard, I might be incorrect on this, that Oswald could not use, like, projectile attacks unless he was in his shadow form in the original game. Well, let's go ahead and see what Gushing Bane does, shall we? Yeah, that's alright. Just a little tower of black flame. And we also have a reverse rider kick, which goes right into the air.
Spare my life! Oh, I thought you were a bandit. You have such an evil glare.
Yeah, that's not helping, dude. Why would you tell Oswald that? You look like a fucking bandit. You look like you might just murder me. Please don't kill me. All the merchants are so scared of Oswald. Ooh, spicy chicken. And of course, we got our area map. Always need one of those. Oswald just scares the shit out of everybody. Oh look, it's an Aralune. I think that's how you pronounce that word. Doesn't matter. Giant ass Audrey 2. Just stab it. Just never stop stabbing. There you go. This is part of the reason why Oswald's in my opinion, the most fun to play. Because he has a freaking super mode. None of the other characters have this. And it just cuts through enemies like butter. So good. So good. Such a goofy plant. Although I guess that would be actually super horrifying if a man-eating plant could just move on its own. Like, this is some poison ivy stuff. And of course it has a sexy plant girl coming out of the mouth. It wouldn't be a Vanillaware game if there wasn't at least one sexy enemy character per stage. Of course. I mean, Vanillaware is known for quite a few things. Number one, beautiful artwork. Just absolutely breathtaking artwork. It's fantastic. Number two, sumptuous, delicious looking food. Oh, it's so good. So good. And number three, very scantily clad, beautiful women. And in some cases, very scantily clad, beautiful men. I've seen Dragon's Crown. I've seen the artwork of the dwarf. I know what I'm talking about. And the fighter is a very, very pretty man. Very beautiful. Very small head and very tiny legs. But still. Although, gotta be honest, I'm pretty sure that Odin Sphere is the most tame out of all their games so far. 13 Sentinels, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that, continued the trend. I'm sure it did at some point, but I haven't seen all that much footage of it. But I'm trying to debate. Because I think the most sexual character in this game is either between Velvet or Odette. It's definitely one of those two. But then there's Dragon's Crown and Muramasa, which is just, oh boy. A lot of eye candy. A lot of eye candy. I'll touch on Muramasa later on, and maybe I'll touch on Dragon's Crown. But Dragon's Crown, I feel, is more of a multiplayer game. And Dragon's Crown might be a bit of a longer playthrough, considering, there's a bunch of classes that you can pick from. Although it's more or less still the same story, they just get different endings and stuff like that. I don't know. If you want to see a Dragon's Crown playthrough, let me know, and I'll see what I can do. But I'm probably going to do a Muramasa playthrough at some point in the future. Not right now, though. Not going to do back-to-back Vanillaware. No, I have other ideas for playthroughs after this. Oh, look at all the oh, no. Yeah, Oswald doesn't have any personal attachment to any of these frogs. Fuck them. Just stab them. The frogs in this game are actually very, very clever. They're very clever because they use items, and they poison you. So, I mean, I guess it was a fitting transformation for Ingwe. Doesn't matter, though. Oh. Oh, no. Well. And inventory management will never not be the bane of my existence. Just constantly having to adjust my inventory. It's never gonna stop. It always comes up at one point or another. I feel like the reason why inventory management is a big problem for me in Odin Sphere is because I play, like, most of the RPGs I play are like Persona or Final Fantasy and stuff like that, where you can have a ton of items. There's no real, like, carrying capacity that you have to really worry about. I mean, sometimes when you have too much of the same item, then you can't pick up the next one, so that's understandable. But I think the thing is, I haven't really played that many Fallout or Elder Scrolls games that much, so I don't really have to deal with encumberment too often. Anyway, the super tough trial fight here is 2 manticores, which is not that big of a deal. Especially not for Oswald. I know I probably mentioned this before, but Oswald shooting out the evil, like, dark fire stuff feels very reminiscent of Hiei from Yu Yu Hakusho. I love Hiei. He was my favorite of the group. Because of course he was. Especially when I was a kid. I just thought, Hiei's so cool. He's got a sword and he can use fire and he can summon up a super evil black dragon. It's awesome. I love him. He's great. And of course, Chuck Huber is just fantastic as Hiei. Love that guy. He's great. Trying to think. I don't think Derek Stephen Prince was in Yu Yu Hakusho or stuff like, or something akin to this. I think, although still, I like Derek Stephen Prince as Oswald. I really like him. It's one of my favorite roles that he's done. Some of the other roles that you might know Derek Stephen Prince from are like the Digimon Emperor from Digimon Adventures Season 2 and Vexen from the Kingdom Hearts series. And there's a bunch of other stuff that he's done, but those are just the ones that immediately pop into my mind. And Oswald, of course. Oswald's my favorite. So what do we get? We got Skill Link. Okay, it's just another passive. It's alright. More passives makes us stronger. More power, more power. Make the Bell the Reaver even stronger. Let's go ahead and get some more skills. Let's see. Power supply looks pretty good. We've been killing a lot of enemies pretty quickly. Wouldn't be a bad idea. So we got the other two foes on prisms. Now it's just trying to go ahead and fight the boss. Which again, if we're going to talk to Beldor and try to get him and his dragon to help us, we're gonna have to fight them first. Because the three wise men are absolute dicks. They are the biggest assholes. And how did things turn out for Beldor, by the way? Oh yeah, he got turned into a puka, dragged to the netherworld, and then fucking killed by a Halya. Well, at least he'll get what he has coming to him. And we still got a little bit more exploring to do before we go fight the boss. So let's go ahead and go grab that treasure chest.
Hey, cut it out! I'm an innocent bystander. I'm just a nice goblin.
Somehow I find that hard to believe.
Ask where my wares came from.
See, when you do the menacing laugh of like, oh, I got my wares from dead bodies, it doesn't make me want to trust you. It makes me think that you're gonna stab me in the back the second I turn around. What's in the treasure chest? Hey, it's a draw ring. It's alright. Don't really need it, but whatever. Let's go ahead and call up Mori. And we may as well clear out our inventory just a pinch. Just a little pinch. Give me a sec, Mori. Mori's just happy to be here. Love Mori. Such a cool little guy. Watch this, Mori. I'm gonna eat right in front of you. Mori's like, you called me. Let's chat with Mori.
Hello there, black-clad goblin. A pleasure to meet you.
Oh no.
Impressed with a tense look like that. Would you like to try a meal that will put a smile on your face? Huh?
Oh no, Mori's scared. But he's still acting so professional about it. Don't scare Mori, Oswald.
Now then, what do you
He's
want
just
for dinner?
passionate about his job. That's all. Give me a salad. Good old-fashioned salad.
Very well. Leave it to me.
He just runs away. Oh god.
Sorry for the wait.
In 2 bites, I consume this salad. Again, the Odin Sphere cast just has like bottomless stomachs.
Is there anything else?
Just bottomless. All Vanillaware protagonists do. It just comes with the territory. Like, I know 13 Sentinels has giant robots, which I really hope gets ported to the States. I really like that. But I sincerely hope that they make delicious looking food in that game too. If they don't, I'm going to be very disappointed. Heck, that's part of the reason why you buy a Vanillaware game. Yeah, I see the giant robots, but where's the food? Don't hold out on me.
Thank you very much.
This is how I level grind. By eating food. Delicious, delicious food. Alright, let's go fight that boss. Once again, 3 wise men are gonna be huge assholes. It's not a big surprise.
Beldor.
What's up?
I serve Lord Melvin, nephew of the late queen.
Oswald, the Dragon Slayer.
Remember that title.
What brings you here?
Remember that title.
Beldor, the greatest sorcerer in the fairy kingdom. Let me ask, are you loyal to a country or to a single individual?
Answer carefully.
So that's why you are here. Melvin must have decided. This will be entertaining. But alas, I am an outsider. It troubles me that I am relied on here. Until the course of events calms down a pace, I shall observe from afar.
Is that your final answer?
Can you just stand by and let this nation sink into civil war?
I hope you don't plan on threatening me with that sword.
Okay, what did you just say, Beldor? He's a dragon slayer.
Let me help you make your decision a bit easier. Who do you think will be more advantageous to side with?
Yeah, exactly. No shit. Oh, the dragon slayer with the legendary dragon slaying sword. Better sick my dragon on him. Yes. So, Belial is no different from the last few times we fought him. It's just now we're playing as Oswald. And he does this. So yeah, nothing new. Oh my goodness. This is just obscene. This is just obscene. Just carve right through him. Honestly, the hardest part about this boss fight is not Belial himself, but the frogs. That's the hardest part, because they can sometimes poison you and throw items at you. Belial doesn't do that. Only the frogs do, oddly enough. More or less, Belial is just here to sit back and just, you know, be a punching bag. Oh my goodness, I never noticed that. Belial just eats any items on the ground, including toxin. Yeah, this has not really turned out so well for you, Belial. Not really. Oh my goodness. And down he goes. Down he goes. Fight over. Because of course it is. Oswald's the Dragon Slayer, you dumbass.
Controlling the dragon. The sorcerer complied with Melvin's orders.
Yeah, he did.
But the curse continued to weaken my body. My Beldor was not at full strength, and the revolution was near failure.
So, whenever Mercedes fought Oswald, I think I might have asked, how does Mercedes handle Oswald? You know, being an inexperienced, you know, fighter, compared to the Shadow Knight. It's because Oswald was not at full strength. That's why. And also because Mercedes had a crossbow. And could fly.
Random assaults proved to be an effective strategy in this situation.
Our revolution ended in failure. Where has Lord Melvin gone?
I feel like that voice should not be coming out of that soldier. I think they mixed up on that. I feel like that might have been a mistake.
could that lass have proved better?
Oh hey, now we get to see the results of Mercedes ending the revolution.
Melvin, is that you? My eyes are clouding. I cannot see.
So Oswald's not doing so hot right now.
Your time is almost up. You worthless fool. Breaking down like this.
Well, that's not very nice.
Should have prepared a replacement to take the Belder away from you.
A replacement? Melvin, did you really trade my life for the Belder? No, it's a lie.
Melvin's an asshole? No!
Exactly am I to you?
Oh, poor Oswald.
Answer me, Melvin.
You are simply an object.
Thanks, Squall.
Just a tool for me to become king.
No.
There he is! Over here! You cannot escape, Melvin the traitor.
It seems my life is nearing its end. Oh, great Earth, my body returns to you. Oh, heavens, my soul.
You didn't win. You didn't win.
I called myself Melvin. My true name is Needhog.
Yeah, there we go.
Choose on the roots of the ash tree. I will always resist fate.
So if it wasn't completely obvious how much of an asshole Melvin was, his real name was Needhog. Well, bye.
What meaning has my life ever had?
Oh, no. And thus began the recurring theme of Oswald being super depressed and life just kicking the shit out of him. Oh, goodness, there's a Halia.
It's the Halia!
Pitiful slayer. The life I chased was merely an illusion. Your despair brings me joy. Your body rots while living, yet your true destiny does not awaken until you die. Now let me take you into the cold embrace of death.
And Oswald's dead. Contract of Darkness. Alright, let's see what this thing has to say. Ooh, that's a spooky looking image. I seek a contract with the beautiful Queen Odette. I ask for the power of darkness for our crystal sword. The blade shall drink the blood of the soldiers of your hated foe, the demon lord, and raise a mountain of corpses. Each use of his power shall entitle you to one organ and one bone. Gross. Oswald's body and soul are far superior to all humans I have offered you thus far. I trust you will find him to your liking. On my true name, I pledge. Nephew to the Queen of Ringford, Duke Melvin. What an asshole! And what a fucked up deal. So that's why Braun was super not into the idea of giving the Belder to Oswald. And that's why Oswald is super weakened. Because he kept losing bones and organs. Extent of madness. Increase the duration of Berserk mode. Yeah, that's really good. Alright, well, in the next update, off to the Netherworld again, I guess. Anyway, until then, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next update. Until then, see ya.